allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Tom, you here?
Tom Williams here.
Ozzy. Here. Gulam.
Gulam Dean here.
And, new member.
Well,
Brett.
you gotta be sworn in first, but
Yeah, okay.
Well, Ozzy has to be sworn in again too.
that's true, yeah, he does.
That's okay, Brett and I have been sworn at, you can be sworn in. Doesn't matter.
Does, anybody have anything they want to add to the agenda?
No.
I do not.
No?
Keep it as short as possible.
Okay, then I make a motion, we adopt this agenda the way it is.
A second motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Introduction of new member.
No, we
No,
gotta
we
approve the
gotta
minutes
do the
first.
minutes first.
Oh,
That's
I have
old
no problem with
business.
them, I already read through them.
6.
okay. Approved minutes from November 11th.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from November 11th, 2020 meeting.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm accused, I wasn't here.
Yeah, you were. Oh, no, you weren't, I'm sorry.
No, I was in Pittsburgh Beach, but I don't care if I was here.
Okay, all ayes.
Induction of new members, board members.
Okay.
Aye.
Now,
Do you want me to swear them in?
yes,
Okay, in each of your packets, you have the oath. So who wants to go first?
I'll,
Okay, I'll do this a minute.
you're blatantly wasting paper.
I know, but whatever.
No, actually, it's gonna come back to you.
What's that?
This oath is gonna come back
That's
to
okay. I did it all day.
I, Ernest Napoles.
I, Ernest Napoles,
Do solemnly
I
swear
solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and the
California
Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of
and the
California,
Constitution of the State of California,
that I would take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties on which I am to enter. I am about to enter. Oh, go John Patelis.
Okay, I, Brent, raise your right hand. I, Brent Brown,
I, Brett Brown,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution
that I will support and defend the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I am about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
all right.
Yay.
Anybody want to know what the final election results are?
Was there,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just read them just for public information. Ernest Napoles was first place with 60 votes. Brent Brown was second place with 56 votes. Nikki Goldfinch was third place with 50 votes. Brett Ballinger was fourth place with 33 votes. And William Leapshu was fifth place with 27 votes.
All right,
So the results are final now?
Yeah, it's all final and certified, I checked.
So the state certified them,
It's the state.
county certified.
okay, number 8. Election of officers.
Okay, I just went blank. I make a motion that Cliff Kennedy stay as president to finish up the whole grant issue that we spent 2 years working on and continue working on it till it see it through. And that Ozzy remain as vice president. Currently, and we just continue as status quo for the next 2 years. Anybody?
My second.
Okay.
Well, there is, the second. No,
No.
we have a motion in, there is clearly to keep one person at the point of that contract. Even though you were a hack from the joint.
No what?
Even though you were a hack from the joint. But I think that's a wise decision. You can throw the vice president up there if you want to. But I believe that, Cliff has seen it through this far. He knows all the contacts. It's gonna take somebody some time to get back up into speed, to get that going. And so, that's my say.
Yeah, I agree. Just continue the process that he is doing. We are the vice president. I'm not up for anything. I don't want to, I don't have the time. So I think Cliff for the continuity of the should remain president.
We have a second.
Oh, then I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, all in favor?
Aye. Okay. I took care of that one.
So the vice president,
Oh, well,
Say the same.
I made the motion and Ozzy.
That was in the first vote.
That's true, you're right, but you accept?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like
Congratulations.
to add to that another person is appointed to be the secretary or whatever it is, the treasurer of the board
Oh,
instead of me.
who wants to be the treasurer?
Is that what it is, treasurer?
Yeah, it's a treasurer. It's
Yeah,
the person that I send all the reports to every month to oversee what I'm doing.
And whoever gets it will see the reports every month and email to you, look them over.
No, really.
If you see something really grossly out of whack, you call or come and see.
Keep the same.
So somebody has to nominate somebody.
Brent, I make a motion, make Brent. Give Brent that position.
Do you have time, Brent? Is that something you want to do or not?
Yeah, I think I'll have time.
Well, all I do is I send all the reports that I send to the CPA to you. The same time I send the minutes and that, so you have all weekend to just look it over and make sure nothing's out of whack.
How many pages is this report?
63. No, it's the bank statements, which you have in there, the bank statements, the profit and loss.
I have last month's stuff in
Yeah,
here, so I have something to compare with.
yeah, it's basically what I put in there, but it's got some extra things. It's got the payroll report, which is 1 page, got profit and loss, balance sheet, reconciliation. These are all 1 page
Yeah,
things.
as long as I have something to compare it to, so.
Okay, well then,
And it's pretty much generalities, it doesn't list everybody. On the or anything, it's like generalities.
Yeah, it's just general, it's
It's all public knowledge.
it's all public record. So
then
it has a list of all the checks.
if
and
you're
things
okay
that-
with that, then I make a motion that Brent Brown be treasurer of the board.
I second that motion.
Yeah.
All in favor?
So I
Aye.
accepted, okay.
You didn't know you were talking in this, did you?
No,
What you want.
Yeah, I know.
I have around that.
I take it off first.
You have any correspondence?
No, no correspondence.
Office manager report.
Okay, over last month, we had a leak in Mansburg that happened on the 23rd by the park bathroom. Parker and my team slowed down the flow by tightening the coupler, but were unable to fix it at that time because they could not get the water to shut off completely in that section. So a valve didn't shut off. Due to the large number of people that were in Mansburg to thank to the leak, they didn't want to shut the water off to the entire town. So they just slowed down the leak as much as they could, covered it back up so that nobody would fall in and sue us, and barricaded it off and left it that way for the week. It had water dripping out of it going down the ditch this whole time, but it wasn't hard flow. But it was a good water loss. There's a fire hydrant near the leak that broke and is unusable. They broke it when they were trying to get the valve fixed. And it's unfixable and unusable. We informed the fire department of this, so we don't try to. Unfortunately, all of the hydrants in the towns are obsolete and cannot be replaced with the same type of hydrant, as the manufacturer of them is no longer in business. They all need to be replaced with the type of hydrant, but we will need a grant to do so. There are grants available for infrastructure improvements that could be looked into and gotten for next year. I have some leads on.
Who's gonna do that?
There's no general manager right now. Usually the general manager is in charge of grants. I do have leads on grants, but I don't pursue anything. I'm not the general manager. Tiger installed 2 new valves in Mansburg to isolate specific areas rather than having to shut down the whole town to fix every leak. These 2 valves he put in isolated this leak that we had by the bathroom in Mansburg. While digging a hole to install a valve by Red Rock Mansburg Road and Beat Avenue, they discovered what looks like it to be a brand new meter that we had no idea was there. It was buried 6 inches underground, meter box completely buried. They only knew eventually dug it up. And it was live with water pressure in both intake and output. But water wasn't actually going through it. It wasn't associated with the residents. What they had done is the input line went from the distribution line to the meter, and then the pipe on the other end went back to the distribution line and hooked into the distribution line. In a big U. It was the weirdest thing. And the meter itself only registered having 40 gallons. So there was no water actually flowing through it. It was water going like this, I guess.
Where was this at?
By Linda Jackson's house.
Huh.
You know where
Okay.
that is? Red Rock, Mansburg Road, and you kind of
It's a
intersection
big
there.
house right on the turn. If you don't turn to go down Red Rock, Park, the house is right there.
It's right here, I was around the corner.
Oh, okay.
We had a leak there earlier. And so we took out the meter. There's no use in having. So they took that out. Another leak developed by Booster 3, where it had been leaking before and occurred before the fertilizer meter. The banding that had been installed was removed and 2 couplers and a piece of pipe was installed to solve the leak. The leak and one other that we haven't been able to locate yet has caused the rise in transmission line loss. The leak between Booster 1 and 2 hasn't been found yet because there's no water evident on the surface. We know it's there because the time it takes for the water to get from Booster 1 to 2 is increased. This is also the line that the grant is going to be replacing. And I looked at the maps for what they're going to be doing with construction. They're going to have 6-inch line going from well 3 to the blending tank, from well 2 to the blending tank. Then it's going to connect to the 4-inch pipes going from the blending tank, well, the booster, and then the blending tank, the booster, and then after the booster, it's going to go back to 4-inch, we're gonna tie into the existing line to booster one. Then, between booster one and booster two, they're gonna put 6-inch line. And then, it's gonna go back 4-inch line. So it's 6, 4, 6, 4.
No,
That's what the maps at NV5 gave me show.
that's the what?
The maps that NV5 gave me show.
It was my understanding that there was a change, and we'll have to see, and it was from the blending tank and all that. It's 6-inch, and it goes up, and it goes to 4-inch. Up by number 2.
Okay.
But
It's
it
not
doesn't,
showing anywhere yet.
yeah, it don't jump around like that.
I know
That would
that's,
be crazy.
that's what we thought was crazy looking at, and he said those were the most current maps, so.
I've actually studied the map too, and the one that we had that we were working with the BLM with, and it's actually detailed a little better than that. It's actually, yeah, it does go to 4-inch at some point, but there's only one changeover basically.
Okay, so.
So, yeah, there's not that many changes.
The grant only lists that they're putting in 2.5 miles of pipe. And it's 7 miles from the wells to the tank. We bought a new battery for the SUV, and when it was, when it was originally bought, and the car was started not to start. It actually, when I left to go to the weekend, when it started on Monday, it didn't start. I did that. So we put a new battery in. I've contacted CoBank, which has a partnership with California Rural Water Association about a line of credit gap loan. I haven't heard back from them yet. I emailed them again. It was right before Thanksgiving, I talked to them.
I remember that loan.
Huh?
I remember you talked about that loan.
Yeah, I still haven't heard back from them.
It's part of the season.
Yeah. I have ordered and received labor checks for the grant check. I have the words grant account, send it on the check so they can be pulled apart from the main checking account checks. And it didn't cost any extra to do so. So I put a logo on it and grant account is on the signature line. And so you can tell obviously this is for this account, that account, because otherwise it would be. And for the monthly report, in Ranford, we have 103 active accounts. We billed 170,300 gallons of water, for a total amount of $5,934.90. Johannesburg, we have 125 active accounts. We billed for 217,714 gallons for $7,370.48. Red Mountain has 50 active accounts. We billed for 136,956 gallons for $4,061.33. The delinquent accounts have gone up a little bit, but not a lot from last month. The office hose, we've got 930 gallons. I figured there's 80,279 gallons of storage in the water tanks that hasn't gone through the meters yet. The transmission line loss was 16%. Like I said, we had those major leaks there. That accounts for that. Downside loss was 23%. So their total combined losses was 38%. The main checking account at the end of the month, we had $43,631.71. The main share savings attached to it, we have $24,934.08. The turf money market, we have $98,159.97. The savings fund, and I don't know why there's a separate savings account. We've got two other ones. Has $44,673.26. Capital equipment depreciation, $28,726.72. The grant fund, we have $7,664.51. That's the one I bought the checks for. And the operational fund at $1,584.82. Our total is $249,375.79.
So on the savings fund 797, we don't know it's 797 or this is part of the account number?
It's, yeah, that, I just put the last we did for the account number
Okay.
to show us how you keep them apart. I don't know why that savings fund was taken out when we have the TRIP account, which makes more interest. And the main share savings, which is another regular savings account. This savings account by itself is not attached to a checking like the other one. I don't know if dormant, because they haven't been used in here. So, as is the account. So it's not dormant now because we paid for the check, so that brought it out of dormancy.
That grant fund, 7,000.
Yeah.
We can't get that mixed up with any money that we're going to be getting, because that was a separate grant.
Well, what we could do, because that was money that was, I want to say refunded, I'm not sure the right word, after that grant was finished. There's
Yeah,
the money left over at the end, we could take that money and put it in the regular check.
yes.
What was the grant for?
Well, three.
It was for what?
It was for when they drilled well three.
Oh, okay.
I have the old checks, the little checks that were written, handwritten checks that paid NV5 and the company that drilled the well paid for the motor. That's not on anymore.
You're gonna have to contact that company because, if I'm not mistaken, when they tested that well, there was not enough perforations in the pipe.
Right.
And, so if that's on us, then we're gonna have to get that done. Find out
Well,
about it.
if this money could be used for stuff
And
like
that,
Yes.
yeah, we should just use it on what that grant was for.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
So we could use that 7,400 on the well three to.
Well, did that company ever certify that well, the well as being good?
I have to look back to the paperwork. I have all the stuff Mike did when he did all that.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
I didn't see if they were officially certified. It showed where tests were done on it, but I don't think it was certified because like the preparation, there was no preparation. That's the last I heard.
Right.
But nothing happened after that I recall.
We need to get some information on that because I'm most sure that, when it comes, to going down there and putting pumps in and stuff, that they're going to, want something that says it's certified.
Well, I have the word.
And the pump was sold out.
Yeah, there's no pump on
There's no
it.
pump in.
But we have a new one in the back that was bought to replace the one. So they took the one off of well three, put it on well one because Northwind broke that well pump. And then bought another one to replace it, but it's never been installed, so it's sitting back there. I think it's back there.
Okay, all right.
That's big.
Well, we don't know where that Casey is then,
Chairs.
for that pump.
No. We don't know if it's the right size or anything.
Yeah, we don't know for sure
No.
anything about it because again, it was here when.
We need to research it.
Yeah.
Because you're right, when they go to tie everything in, which is gonna be a while still, we do not want to do that, holding us back.
No. Get, find out what you can, and if you can't find out, then tell me,
Okay.
and I'll start researching.
Well, I think I've got the names of the companies that were involved with it. I saw them on some of the stuff on the computer, and I have some receipts from them that were audited the first year I was here, 18-19. So I can find out who did what.
Okay, that would be good.
Plus the checks say on them who they were written to, and that helps too.
And then give me a holler.
Okay, I will.
I'll come over and whatever.
It's in the loop.
What's that?
It's in the loop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we don't need it till another
Well,
year from now.
hopefully we can find, well, I don't know if it was ever mentioned to the board about them wanting us doing the exploration holes.
Yeah, I talked about it last week,
Okay.
that they want to use our
And we
backhoe.
gotta find out who's gonna pay for that. Are we just eating that time or in the backhoe,
I don't know, I'd have to ask
or
NV5.
it should be against the grant?
It probably should be against the grant. I have the paperwork to do reimbursement for the grant.
Okay,
Yeah, it's gonna have to go against the grant because that's.
Yeah, they
The
need
ground
to
test
check.
and all that tests have to be included in the grant.
right,
So,
Yeah, so we should be paid from the grant for doing it, just like other neighborhoods.
okay.
Question, did you find out who the mining interest is? That was possibly thinking of doing a bunch of meters here in Joburg?
I still have his name and contact information, but he's never contacted me back. What's happened with everybody in the past is they look at the price we charge to put water in, they look at the price Southern California Edison to put electric in, and they drop the project because it's just too expensive.
So, Debbie, on the profit and loss, I believe it's July 1st through November 30th.
I mean,
One of them's for just November, the other one's from July through November, which is the first part of the year is what it is.
So it should start from July 1st, man.
Yeah, it's July 1st to November 30th.
November 30th. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So one is just for November, which is from.
I just
November.
did it for information.
Oh, okay, no, it helps.
No, just so you can see where we stand for the first half of the year and where we stand for just this last month,
Yeah, thanks for doing this.
you know, I just want everybody informed.
Okay, next thing. General manager discussion. How long have we had this position?
We quit in August of this year. So it's 4 months.
And we're still running an ad in the,
No, we're just
or
running.
we
the-
have it posted on
We have it
the
posted locally. It's on the website. It's out here and it's on the 2 post offices. And they're still there.
Any,
Nobody has applied.
Any ideas, Matt?
not off the top of my head.
right now, things are going quite smoothly.
I've got my application basically for the position.
Yeah. Things are going quite well right now. Everything's handled. I don't know, what do you guys want to do? We keep running an ad or keep it posted and keep things as they are and just keep posting it? Wait for somebody to actually apply or?
Well, if it's just posted up here, we're gonna get all the information, you know, so we can see where it is, it's nothing.
Yeah. Do we take a shot and put it in some papers again?
I would, and let's run it for a couple more months. I know it's an expense. Let's run it through, what is it, January, February? We get nothing then. We'll make a decision either to keep it like it is, but change position title
Yeah.
and go from there. That's what I'm thinking.
What paper you want running?
What do we have, Rich?
Rich Crit, the Independent. That's where I ran it before.
We got the independent, the news review,
I could run it in the news review.
Now, are these papers online as well? So people can
Yeah,
access
yeah,
them other than buying the.
Well, I know the
paper?
Independent is.
Okay.
I think the news review is too. I'm not sure.
Why don't we run it till the end of January and see where we're at? And then if we've got nothing, then maybe we should just change position titles, maybe, possibly. Just an idea.
If that's a license, it would be a little change.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it would be a working manager. But we have field reps for that.
Okay.
We have to figure out what we're gonna do with the bookkeeping part. But let's think about that till the end of January.
Okay. Idea.
So I make a motion that we post the general manager's job again. Not only here, but in Ridgecrest and the two papers there. I don't know if Cal City has a paper or not.
I don't know.
Are we putting any qualifications on there?
I think we had that written, didn't we?
Well, we did at first, and then it was dumbed down as it went along. So when Greg was hired, so I guess I need to know what exact qualifications you want to have. Keeping in mind, I have a D2 and a T2.
How does it read now?
No, I can tell you. Well, I have all the qualifications on the website. Basically, it's a simple ad directing everybody to the website.
Let's put the whole ad in the paper.
We can't afford it unless you want to pay $1,000 for the ad.
Well,
Actually, it was $1,600. I had to, when I had the whole ad, they're going to charge, because it's an employment ad, they're very expensive. They're going to charge me $1,600 for everything in there.
for how long?
A week.
1,600 a week?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Give us,
What is the news review?
Just for a little
I don't know, I haven't looked at that one.
Let's check with that, because
They may be cheaper, I don't know. I know the Daily Independent for just the ad I have on there.
What would it cost to just run an ad stating, general manager or Grand Community Water District must have this license, and leave it at that? Is that a large expense, or do they do per word or
They
paragraph?
do it
sentence?
per word. I'm looking at the.
I don't know about the newspaper. I think Green Sheet, everybody reads
I was
it.
gonna say, everybody gets one of those, yeah.
The what?
The swap sheet.
Oh,
Oh, the swap sheet, yeah.
It's kind of.
I mean, who doesn't read the swap sheet?
Everybody gets it.
I believe you can get it free at the gas station on the counter.
I mean, honestly speaking, I don't read any
It's
newspaper.
there.
Who has the time to read newspaper?
I pick it up and I flip through it between jobs is what I do, but if there's something that catches my eye, I save it and I'll go back to it later, but yeah, I just thought everybody.
okay, this is the general manager ad I put in. And this one costs $350 for 2 weeks. And the independent. The RCWD is looking for a full-time general manager. Actually, this would be the same thing. Anyway, the side, that's how much it costs.
$600 for the month.
Yeah, because I ran it 2 weeks and it was $360 to run it 2 weeks and add a paragraph long. And then in the ad, I referred it to the website, which has everything, which has the salary and all that, which is,
So should we just run that one again?
I think so.
Okay.
That's just a hell of a lot better than $1,600 for a week.
Yeah.
So let's run
that
that.
was the Bakersfield paper that charged so much.
Let's run it in that, in the independent. Let's run it in the green sheet. Let's run it in the other one, the review.
Swap sheet?
So the news review, swap sheet, and this, three things.
So cover all the local stuff.
Get Red Mountain Press.
Okay,
Well, just so, I'll make a motion that we run probably next week, through the end of January of 2021. The ad that Debbie discussed about we're looking for a general manager, that referring to the website for that, and the Daily Independent, the swap sheet, and I think it's a news review. And then we'll see what we get from that.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Got any future agenda items?
I do, I would like to put on the agenda a discussion of the valves, all the cutoff valves, of putting a casing around them somehow. Because right now the valves are right in the dirt. There's nothing to protect them from the elements. I mean, just a sleeve over them. PVC sleeve would work, but, so we need to bring that up and discuss that. I've been showing some horrible pictures. And when they go to shut off the valve, it breaks, doesn't shut off. I mean, the bolts are all rusted, it's a mess. And they try to exercise the valve every once in a while, and you can't when they're all rusted out. So I would like to discuss that.
You mean pour in a concrete box around?
No, not necessarily concrete box. I mean, even just putting a PVC sleeve over them. You can get PVC up to 18-inch PVC tube that you could place over and put a lid on it of some type to protect it from being right in the dirt. That way it could be checked at, it could be looked at, it could be sprayed, it can be exercised without it corroding right away.
Put a PVC pipe with a cap on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think for most of them, you have to go over 6 inch.
Well, yeah, and they make PVC. I know I've bought it personally. I bought a 10-foot length of 12-inch PVC, and it's pretty thick wall. It would handle quite a bit. And they do have caps for it too. So just something like that. So, but we need to go over it in more detail. I'll get some
Put
pictures.
that on the agenda.
Okay.
I think we need to add to that, so I don't know if the general manager before did it, or but a schedule to exercise those valves.
Yeah. Another good idea.
We also need to get with the fire department and see what their schedule is for opening the valve and closing the valve.
On the fire hydrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if they do that on a regular basis, if we do that on a regular basis, they're gonna be there when we need them. They're
Yeah.
not gonna be all fouled up.
They used to, I know, go out once a month. Years ago, when I lived on the other end of Red Mountain, they would come out once a month, and we had a fire hydrant right in front of our property. They would come out once a month and open it up, get all the sand and crud out of it, and shut it back up. But they don't do that anymore.
I don't know where they stop.
Well, we can find out. I don't have anything, that's a good suggestion.
Anything else?
That's all I've got.
On that valve, turning on. You're right. They used to do it, but years ago. And in thinking about it, there's
Tiger,
supposed to be a GPS map here somewhere that might be it.
we have a map of the valves, and Tiger, they've been exercised, they only exercised a couple months ago. And they've also replaced the broken valves, so
Yeah.
most of the valves are there.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We just have a lot of it.
Yeah.
There need to be
Okay,
exercised.
I hear a motion for adjournment.
All right, I make a motion that we adjourn.
A second to motion.
I.
All right.
All right.
All right.
You don't have to